Teachers Octavian Grian and Lucica Eremia in their play Big Bad and Little Red, adapted script.
Silence in court! Silence in court! Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, may I remind you that you are not here to enjoy yourselves. So anyone who laughs or allows mobile phone to ring will be sentenced by the judge to clean the courtroom before going home. But now, the witnesses, well known to all of you. First, a dear old lady, Granny Griselda, and her son, that well-known X-Man, Lumberjack. Now, for the very first time in a courtroom near you, your favorite and mine, the Three Little Pigs. To add innocent glamour, everyone's sweetheart, Little Red Riding Hood. Next, at great expense to you taxpayers, the man who will prove the accused guilty, the prosecutor. Now, total silence in court for his honor, Judge Will.
Good morning, Mr. Clerk. Peculiar looking jury we got today. Have you sworn them in?
Not you, Your Honor. You, and I mean all, repeat after me. We the jury.
We the jury.
Not good enough. I want to hear it from each one of you. We the jury.
We the jury.
Promise to listen carefully to every word
Promise to listen carefully to every word
said,
said,
and not to fall asleep just because we are bored.
and not to fall asleep just because you are bored. Right, that's enough of them. Let's have the guilty part in the dock.
Call Big Bad Wolf. Call Big Bad Wolf.
Stop! You're supposed to cheer me, not boo me.
He's guilty, alright. He was born guilty. Silence! You can't shout out like that, even if it's true.
A weird creature he is, I must say.
Do you want me to read out the charges?
I suppose so.
Big Bad Wolf, you are charged on 2 counts. First, that you did distress Granny Griselda Hood by swallowing her whole. Second, that when she was rescued out of your stomach, you did make a mess on her carpet. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. Never was, never am, and never will be.
Oh, don't be awkward. Plead guilty that we can go home early.
No, I'm not, so no, I won't, so there. I want a lawyer to defend me.
I don't think we've got one available. We hope you would plead guilty.
Lawyer, Big Bad wants a lawyer.
We haven't got one, understand?
Order in court! Order! Witnesses will be quiet or I will charge you with doing things. Now, Mr. Clerk, let's get on with it and call the next witness.
And I'll call my lawyer. Call Big Bad Wolf, call Big Bad Wolf. Come and defend yourself. Would you believe it? I'm here already.
Call the Three Little Pigs.
Your names are Sam Snout and Colite,
He's one, and I'm the other.
otherwise known as the Three Little Pigs.
Really, is a pigs? I can't understand it. It's the prosecutor. Please sort them out. It's all getting too much for me.
You say you are the Three Little Pigs. He does. And so do I. But unless I'm mistaken, there are only 2 of you. You are not mistaken.
You have seldom been so not mistaken.
Right, so we have only 2 little pigs. Now, please tell the court what to do.
We our own business.
It's called the Three Little Pigs.
But there are only 2 of you.
I don't care how many there are. Just get on with it.
What do the 3 little pigs do in their business?
We are truffles. We snuffer for truffles.
We've got the noses for it.
How much do you sell your truffles for?
We don't know. We never found one.
But we enjoy looking.
And you've seen them both truffling snuffles.
I've seen all 3.
But there are only 2.
Oh no, they are the 3 little pigs. 3. 1, 2, 3. Everybody in the wood knows it. Even them.
That big bad wolf ate one of us.
Which one?
The other one.
Not him or me.
The other one.
No, I did not.
You did. You ate straw tractor. You blew his house of straw down and gobbled him up.
So why didn't I gobble you too?
Because I built my house of sticks.
And I built mine of bricks.
And you can't blow down sticks and bricks.
Oh, really? Little pigs, these are sticks and bricks. Now, show the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how you built your houses.
Do we have to?
We didn't come here to build houses.
Oh, of course you did. Just a small one will do.
Untruthful little pigs, show the ladies and gentlemen of the jury why you are unable to build houses. Hold your arms out. See those? On the end of their arms, trotters, not fingers, and trotters can't pick up anything. You can't believe what these pigs say, especially about a poor, unfortunate wolf who never hurt a pig in his life.
These brave boys. I think the 3 little pigs better sit down. Both of them. All the next winners, and I hope this one is better.
Call Little Red Riding Hood. Are you Little Red Riding Hood?
You know I am.
In that case, what have you got to say for yourself?
That's not a question for you to put to this charming young woman. You can see just by looking at her that she has many interesting things that she could tell, but only to the right person. Now, Miss Hood, is there anything you want to tell Judge Wig?
Oh, yes.
Then please tell him.
I think you look so handsome and intelligent.
Ooh. Well, thank you, my dear. Jury, make a note of that. Little Red is a handsome and intelligent.
Members of the jury, I ask you to look to this young lady. Look very closely. Can't you see innocence oozing out of every pore in her body? Can you see that she's to be trusted in everything?
I can't still get his eyes in home for tea. Gotta move on and ask for a few questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Hood, had you met Big Bad Wolf before that day when he swallowed Granny Hood?
No. It was our first meeting. The meeting that changed my life.
Will you tell the court about it?
The whole word, if necessary. I remember every word that was said.
Oh, so do I. It was unforgettable.
Oh, Wolfie, you remembered. Come here to me and we can tell them together what happened.
So here I was, sitting under an oak in the forest, thinking of my empty stomach, when along comes a lovely sight. Food. I couldn't take my eyes off of her basket. I said to her, won't you sit with me?
I said that you did look hungry. All of those bones sticking out. You needed a good meal.
Are you offering to be one?
Now, don't be a naughty boy. You can't eat me, but you can have some of Granny's dinner.
Lettuce, tomatoes, spring onions, celery, not exactly wolf food.
But what is hiding under this nice clean titty-woolly? Can Hungry Wolfie see it? There it is. A super big piggy-wiggy pork pie. No, not the pork pie!
Shouldn't be spoken of in front of us. Just be glad you weren't a fine stop interrupting this charming young witness. Please continue, Miss Hood.
Where was I? Oh, yes. A super big piggy-wiggy pork pie. You know, there was a long silence while Wolfie ate the pie. But I don't suppose you want to hello silences?
Oh, better not, my dear, but thank you for asking. We'll go straight to the end of the silence.
Oh, delicious.
It should be. Guess who went into it?
Not a little pig who didn't build a straw house?
Who somehow met a woodcutter sex in my kitchen cooker?
Carry on, Mr. Wolf.
Shall we go to the bit where I said that I don't know who you are?
Yes, I like that bit.
Here goes. I don't know who you are.
Just an awkward teenager. So everyone says. But what next?
But you must have a name.
One that does me no good? Surname? Who? That's an old forest name. Forename Little. Red. Right.
I know just how you feel. My parents took one look at me, said I was big and bound to be bad, so called me Big Bad.
So badly treated by our parents. That's what we were. Doomed from birth.
This is so sad. Your Honor, do you have tears in your eyes at what you have heard?
I have to confess that I do.
And that, Your Honor, is all that Miss Wood ought to say.
And very well, she said. You may step down, Miss Wood, but please let me know if you would like to be a witness again in another trial. I'm sure we could find a suitable case for you.
Delighted.
Do you have any more tender young witnesses?
No, only a tough old granny. Nothing tender or tasty about her.
Members of the jury know that. Tough, not tender, not tasty, clearly not a meal for a wolf with a delicate stomach. Need I say more?
Call Griselda Hood, otherwise known as Granny.
Do you remember that day when you were swallowed by Big Bad Wolf?
Of course I do, you silly man. You would if you had scratched those teeth and eaten that stomach.
Will you tell the court what happened?
I was hungry. That's what.
Why were you hungry?
It was Little Red's fault. She hadn't been.
Hadn't been.
That's what I said. Hadn't been. She always did. But that day, she hadn't.
Hadn't what?
Been. Nowhere in sight.
What wasn't?
My pork pie. Been looking forward to it all week. Next week, it could be you. With a bit of luck. Pies is all they're good for. But you don't always get one. Not when your granddaughter meets a wolf in the wood.
And what happened next?
She went home. She did. Swept a bit at first, got a duster, moved the dust from one place to another, then went. After she'd gone, it came.
What did?
The knock on the door. It were him.
Yes, it was Big Bad Wolf himself, being very good. Come to finish off the cleaning that Little Red hadn't done properly because she wanted to see me again.
But then, you turned nasty. You asked for food. Only had one pork pie all week. And you said, could I give you something? Whole meat, skin and bone. When I said no, you swallowed me whole without so much as asking if I minded.
You are telling the court that Big Bad Wolf did not behave like a gentleman.
A gentleman would not have swallowed me whole.
So, what was it like in there? Those members of the jury who had never been inside a wolf would like to know.
I can't speak for wolves, but this one was dark and smelly. Probably still is rather wet. Nowhere to sit.
How long were you inside him?
I don't know. I was settling sitting down, making myself comfortable, waiting to pass from him and out the other end. When daylight came suddenly, it was my son, Lambert, axing open the wall and letting me out. I wasn't too happy about the mess on the carpet, but you can't have everything.
Did you hear that, members of the jury? Granny's carpet was ruined as well.
Jerry, please, regard us carefully. Do you think that Granny Hood could slide through my throat? In there, look. Is my stomach big enough to fit her in? And by the way, that's a six-pack. It's impossible. She's not telling me the truth.
He's right. I think the granny sit down. Call the next witness. I hope this one is better.
Call Lumberjack Hood.
Is Lumberjack Hood your proper name?
Lambers wood, you see, and in the wood there's a lot of it. So I was named after it. You wouldn't believe I was named after wood in a wood, would you?
So, you are Lumber with a name. Did you get that joke, Jerry? Lumber was Lumber with a name. So, you make him go through life being called Lumberjack.
I begin to think Mr. Wolf doesn't look quite so guilty, Mr. Clerk.
To get back to the case, Mr. Hood, please tell the court what you do.
I chop down trees.
Then what?
I chop them up.
With an axe?
And my chainsaw speeds things up, gets tree down quicker. Every tree down and so on means a better life for Rita rather than me. I've got plans, I have.
Your daughter. Why did you name her Little Red Riding?
To make her stand out, be different, that's important.
Shall we move on to Granny Hood being gobbled up? Please tell me what happened when you arrived at her cottage.
Granny was nowhere to be seen inside the wolf. So I chopped him open. Granny fell out and the wolf made a mess on the carpet.
Did you worry about the mess on me as much as the mess on the carpet?
You deserved it, the carpet didn't, and still we can't scrub the stain out.
Big Betty said the lumberjack was making you guilty.
Why? Someone unconfuse me.
Certainly, sir. I want to call another witness.
But according to the program, all the witnesses have been called.
Not quite. This is where it gets dramatic. Call the president of the Wolf Protection League.
Call the president of the Wolf Protection League.
How long have you been president of the Wolf Protection League?
Since I started last week, I thought you need looking after.
Looking after me, Big Bad Wolf. Why?
Because of this official letter addressed to Lumberjack, who didn't know I was bringing. It says, when wolves are no longer in the wood and the trees are all chopped down, Lumberjack has permission to open a luxury style for 1,000 little pigs. And next, to the home for the little pigs, Granny Hood can be the manager of Lumberjack's new premium quality pork pie factory. You kept quiet about the pork pie factory. You only said that if we had to get rid of Big Bad, we could have a luxury style. So there it is, Wolfie. They all plotted to have you put away in prison for a crime that never happened.
Silence in court. Everyone sit down.
This is disgraceful that a poor wolf from the start I said was clearly innocent has been brought to the court. Members of the jury, It's the time to take your decision. Do you find Big Bad Wolf guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Quite right. I made that definitely not guilty. Big Bad Wolf, you may leave the court with not a stain on your character or animal's carpet.
Now, to sell our story to the fairy tale press.
It's all over, though you never know when you might have to come here and suffer again. If you think it was a decent enough trial, you may applaud.